Hey everyone, it's your buddy, it's your pal. I'm Karnak, and this is Serenity Wargaming and Explanations. Good to see you all. We're going to be covering a Star Wars Armada upgrade card today, Jedi Hostage. Before I get into that, though, just want to quickly shout out that tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, I will be live streaming my game against KARM for the Hondo Anaka Celebrity Deathmatch tournament that I'm a part of, which pits YouTubers versus podcasters, and it's going to be a fun time. So tune in for that. I'll be live streaming. That game will probably be like 3 hours or so because Kaloran is a bit new to Vassal, but it's going to be a good time. All right, let's get into the upgrade card. Jedi Hostage. Jedi Hostage equips to a fleet command upgrade slot. How can you tell? If you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the card, you'll see the icon there for that. Who is this card for? It's only for the Separatists. So if you look at the opposite corner, you'll see the Separatist icon there, along with its point value, which is 3 points. I feel like this is very. It's just a neat upgrade for not terribly expensive. I like it. I also like the art there. Grievous holding on to that just seems like it's a random Jedi, but I don't know. But Jedi Hostage, if you look in front of its name, you'll see a little dot or bullet point. Signifies that this card is unique. You can only ever have one Jedi Hostage equipped to any one of your ships in your fleet. To the side of that there, you're going to see like a little turn arrow, which means that this card can be exhausted. But a little out of norm, there's a specific scenario about how this card gets exhausted, and we'll dive into that. So as I usually do, I'm going to read through the entirety of the card and then give just a quick, this is how it works, and then I'll dive into further detail and then cover any FAQ or errata or anything like that. Okay, Jedi Hostage. When an enemy ship declares you as the target of a non-salvo attack, if this card is readied, the attacker gains a raid token of its choice if able. When an enemy ship at close range reveals a command, it may discard a squadron dial to exhaust this card. While defending, if this card is exhausted, you cannot spend more than one defense token. So Jedi Hostage, in a nutshell, what is this doing for you? Why are you bringing it? If you're equipping it on one of your ships, if ships are blasting away at you, they're racking up raid tokens on themselves. The only way to stop this from happening is that if they can get at close range, when they reveal a command dial, it can discard a squadron dial to force that card to be exhausted. And then once that card is exhausted, if you then start shooting that ship, it can only ever spend one defense token, period. And as far as I'm aware right now in the game state, there is no way to unexhaust this card if it does get exhausted. So there is some risk versus reward going on here. But in a nutshell, that's what's going on with this card. So actually, I think I'm going to touch on the clarifications first before I dive into the more sequentials, because that might clear up some other questions. So for example, some folks were like, oh, if I'm attacking someone and I have to get a raid token, I'm just going to choose a raid token I already have on my ship because, oh, I chose it. It's my choice if able. And that was promptly shut down. It's like, if for Jedi Hostage, if I'm attacking, can I choose to gain a raid token I already have assigned? The answer to that is no, obviously not. The only time that you can't gain more raid tokens if able is if you already have all 4 raid tokens on the ship. Then obviously you can't assign anymore because you already have all 4. That's what, from my understanding, that was what the intention of that wording. It wasn't this you could choose to have a token you already have and totally negate the purpose of this upgrade card. The second one is for Jedi Hostage. If I'm attacking, what is the timing of when I'm assigned that raid token? So I feel like it was pretty clear, again, when an enemy ship declares you as a target, but some folks were still not quite understanding that timing. So again, it was answered at the beginning of declare targets up of an attack. The reason for that is that once you declare that, yes, I'm attacking this target, there's no takebacks in Armada. Once you say, I am shooting this thing right here. Because Armada is very generous in that it allows you to pre-measure as much as you want. So if you're able to pre-measure as much as you want, you should know what you're doing before you declare something that you're attacking. So You want to make sure I was touching on that. So pretty much as soon as you say I'm attacking this thing, that's when you get the raid token. Okay, let's go through some of this of this in more detail. So again, when you say, okay, I'm attacking the enemy ship. So if you are the ship that has this card equipped, okay, here's your raid token, good sir. Again, they choose. You don't get to choose as the defender. And again, it does not work on salvo attacks, and you can't hand out raid tokens to squadrons. It's only on ships. So when an enemy ship at close range reveals a command dial, some people have questions on this. It's like, oh, if I have like Thrawn or Trench or some other way of gaining a squadron dial, does the revealed command dial have to be the ship's dial, or can it be a different dial? And it can be a different dial, because all this cares about is that you reveal a command dial. If you do not reveal a command dial on your ship, for example, it's a command 1 ship, and for whatever reason you discarded that dial, then you never revealed a command on that ship. You're not able to utilize getting rid of their exhausting Jedi hostage then. So as long as you reveal the ship's command dial, and it doesn't matter if that ship's command dial is the squadron dial, or if you've gained another squadron dial, as long as you may discard a squadron dial, it doesn't matter which one, as long as, again, you've revealed a command dial, one of these dials is a squadron command. They can be both be squadron command. You can be like, okay, I'm taking this squadron command dial and I'm chucking it. I'm going to use that to exhaust this card. And then if this card is exhausted, that defending ship cannot spend more than 1 defense token. So that's total. Doesn't matter if you got 15 or 2 or again the 1. You can only spend 1 defense token in your defense, which in general, by the time that I feel like an enemy ship gets into close range to be able to accomplish this, maybe you've already pitched a few defense tokens anyway, or it could be something that's just kind of a command 1 ship that's just trying to swoop in real fast, exhaust this, and run off. I do want to note that you cannot exhaust this card with a squadron token. I've seen some people try to do that, and it's just, again, it specifically states a squadron dial. I've seen like, yeah, I discard a squadron token, because they're thinking it's like boarding troopers or one of the other boarding teams, which is you could do a dial or a token. Again, specifically, you need to discard a dial, not a token. So where is this card most best utilized at? Honestly, you could take it with any commander. There's pros and cons with all of them. Pretty much if you're getting shot at, you're throwing out raid tokens. What makes this not so good is, again, it's the defender choosing what raid tokens to take. So if it's a ship that is never con firing, they're going to take a con fire token. Yeah, or if it's a ship that doesn't have any squadrons, they're going to take a squadron raid token. You're going to take the non-detrimental things first before they starts racking up on commands that they want to try to use. And again, anytime that they reveal a command dial, if they want to get rid of all of them, they can just throw away that dial and wipe all the raid away. The most beneficial commander is obviously the TF-1726, because of his ability that if they've got raid tokens on their ships, then you can add some black dice to your attack pool. So this is great on the ship that they are equipped, the Jedi hostage is equipped to, because they start shooting like your big beefy boy. They're going to start racking up raid tokens. And then if you are able to activate after that, they've got max raid tokens, and then you're just able to, for 1 attack, you're able to blast back with, with all this extra damage. So I really like it. There's edge cases, there's definitely situations, you don't want to just throw it on there with no thought about what is going to be useful for it. Because the drawback can really hurt like your capital ships, especially when you're needing to spend multiple defense tokens. But that is Jedi Hostage. There's no other crazy things going on with it. Nothing else that I feel like is going on. It's just a neat little upgrade card. It's better than Hot Garbage, as I reviewed the other day. So, but tell me some instances of where you like to take Jedi Hostage, or some instances of what you've enjoyed about it. And otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning when I play. Catch you later. Quick shout out to the sponsors of the channel. Firstly, to Otherworld Events. Regardless if you're needing assistance for event managing, planning, organizing, how to even start, or just need specific ideas for what it is you're doing that you already have a plan for, Otherworld Events can help you out. Second, to Admiral Tater's Ship Shop. Admiral Tater's Ship Shop, while specializing in Star Wars Armada miniature items, also has X-Wing and Legion items. If you're looking to really get some great looking acrylics on the table, whether it be holders for your upgrade cards or tokens or acrylic tokens, and most importantly, you just want a perfect range ruler with no flaws or errors in it that's going to give you exact measurements every time, highly recommend Admiral Tater. It's the range rulers I use at tournaments. I know they're cut perfectly, they're going to range perfectly, and I'm going to get that best measurement every single time. Also, just look at everything they have available.